What the fuck? Oh, okay. Oh, that is weird. This is so fucking weird looking. Okay, this could be Vietnam, you know. From the trash I'm seeing, maybe it's the 1950s or something. Got a path up there, and I heard some chatter. It sounded like Vietnamese. There's a cannabis field over there, with nobody in attendance. So I want to be, I don't know, want to be careful here. I saw this, anyway. I may only have another 10, 15 minutes here. I mean, this is like the longest I've ever been here. And my computer it's so fucking glitchy and weird. It's got these weird symbols and stuff that are popping up, and it's just right on the desktop. And these weird faces are swirling in, and it happens. It happens. Fuck. Right, I wanted to show you my hacking tool. They had me write this on here. Just another thing that's gonna be found, in 2018. Then they'll send in another one, and yeah, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out. See if this feature still works. Sometimes the whole fucking thing changes, and there's little differences in it. But then they reformat you, you know. They reformat you from the CIA in the future. They reformat you. I mean, it's just these fucking gangsters, man. You know. I don't know. A bunch of control freaks. We'll see what happens. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. That hurts. Oh my god. I'm in some kind of banana grove right now. I've been here for like an hour. An hour. It seems like an hour. Some people over there, they are Vietnamese or Cambodian or something. I'm gonna get if I have to stay here for like a day. It seems like I'm way too far back in the past. You know, you can't. I mean, you can't go to the 1980s at all. At least not in most places. But I'm pretty sure this is the 50s. Pretty sure. The French. Well, anyway. damn thing keeps arcing into my. They contaminated the coffee at this place I favor. They don't want me going in there anymore. Not sure why. Well, yesterday I was just apropos of nothing. I mean, I just had these very barbarous thoughts. I'd want to slice into somebody's neck, because they had momentarily some expression on their face, or I'd want to twist their head off or something. They told me, well, we're helping, we're assisting them along towards the suicide or just whatever happens. Yeah, they just what they like to do. What they want me to do is build a little bomb. Yeah. They want me to show off my hacking tool. This is my hacking tool. It's been labeled because I've complained about hacking. How a few keystrokes can ruin somebody's life. You can do a grave injustice to somebody. You know, with this numbers manipulation. So I guess I've been following the script, and I've been thinking, well, I can make it. Hey, this is kind of funny. I can make it into a comedy. I can point this out, and I can reveal the method that they use. I mean, this is what they do. This is what they do. They coax people along. They push and prod, little manipulation. Sometimes gross manipulation. That's other times. Uh, well, what is there? There's some girl that keeps coming in, who I'm compatible with or something, or oh boy, I mean, it can be done different ways. I don't know. I don't believe they have anything. I don't want to believe they have anything to do with it. All these creepy fucking low lives, man, walking past me and saying some little thing about the operation. Oh, this disgusting shit. Yeah, it's just I've had a terrible headache from this fucking nanotech or this fucking witch's brew concoction from the old country or whatever the hell it is. You know, whatever it is that they're doing to me, it's sick. but they used barbiturates. That's what they would do, like in the 1930s. You know, a lot of this stuff got developed actually. You know, because there was all this fierce competition for jobs and so on, and it's all just, and that was a manipulated numbers game. You know, that came about through the stock market manipulation. You know, we're all the product of that. You know, we're all the product. Well, yep, it has had its mark. It's made its mark on everybody. You know, there's a million stories. You don't know what's going on. You have your limited perception, just as I do. And you know, I'm just trying to shed some light on how this works. And that's it. That's it. You know, it is an artistic battle for me, but for these people, they've got some Jack Bauer complex. You know, they're a bunch of fake tough guys. You know, it's easy. It's easy to do anything to anybody. You know, if you're working in a team, it's easy to do anything to a lone individual when you're working in a team. You know, a lot of these people, they're getting paid, or somebody's got something on them, or they're working for a gift card. You know, I was just even they can pay them in gift cards. You just really, I mean, I can recount all these different events, all this stuff. You know, it's just I don't have the emotional energy to even record it all in this book that I'm writing. You know, a lot of it just escapes you, and then you remember it years later. You know, that's what happens. So. Oh, they EMP'd me again. These fucking assholes. I guess there's some safeguards in the machine here, and it doesn't wipe everything anyway. Or what do they do? Well, they just shut it off. I mean, I don't know what frequent. I don't know what they use, but that last bit didn't get recorded as a result. So anyway, um, yeah, all this is happening really because they're trying to marginalize me, and they've been doing this stuff to me because I was involved in the black operation to ensure that 9/11 happened, and we were successful. The 9/11 hijackers, they were having too good of a time. I think even Mohammed Atta was getting cold feet. As the other guy, what was his name? But they were having too good of a time in the bars and the strip clubs and the nicer restaurants in San Diego, and so the Order of the Shining Serpent, as I call it, it struck and ensured that those guys were, begin to have a really, really, really bad time, reinforcing their programming about how we're all a bunch of infidels and we need to die. Somebody gave me a Quran, interestingly, and I began to read it a little bit, just out of curiosity. I'd read little excerpts of it before, but yep, there's another thing. There's another thing that'll be found on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. You see how this works? It's just so ridiculous. All of it is ridiculous. They can spin it any way they like. Mm-hmm. And you can go back. I mean, you can check out some other videos, and I explain, how that went down and all that. Mm-hmm.
But they use the same tactics, that they've used on me. Mm-hmm. A lot of the exact same tactics. A lot of the exact same. It's all this, most of it's 1950s stuff and like 1930s stuff, and it's, you know, it's the CIA, whatever that is exactly. You know, yeah, these deplorable deep state types who just know no bounds, and they're working for the military industrial complex. A lot of money to be made, and it's about social control, and and these people think they have the right, and they actually do. They have their breeding programs, and they think they have the right to um, decide who breeds with whom, and there's across the board manipulation going on, and who gets to breed at all, and what's to be done with this person and that one, and how best to utilize all these resources, these human resources. It's population management. Yeah, my filtering water bottle, it disappeared. Just disappeared. I was in a very foggy state of mind, you see. What they did is program you just to drop it and then to disassociate from it. Just to like toss it in the trash or something without even knowing you're doing it. Like they wanted me, like years ago, they wanted me to get rid of my phone because it didn't have a GPS tracker in it. And I mean, they couldn't listen in. I guess evidently, then it wasn't that complex. So I don't know. I dropped it like 3 times over the course of 15 minutes. And I was like, I know. How is it that I'm managing to lose my grip on this phone? How is it that I'm like managed to drop it, and then it just disappears? You know, I mean, it's amazing. What they can program you to do. The subliminal voice to skull. But all that's a bunch of crazy talk. This is just all made up. Like I didn't research this stuff, and I didn't, right. It doesn't correlate with anything that anybody else is saying. And all this documentation and all this, officially acknowledged stuff, and all these articles, and I mean, this has happened at all different levels of society. You know, it's happened at the governmental level, and we know that other countries have this technology. I mean, it was nothing new. The KGB, was employing microwave, powerful microwave emitters on the U.S. embassy in Russia, and those people were, they were getting sick, and they were having insomnia and strange dreams, and weren't very productive, and they had to rebuild the whole place. They put on all these layers of chicken wire, and they ran copper down into the ground, all this copper wire, so it would go into the ground out, and But then they found out that in the concrete mix or whatever it was, they had all these listening devices. The KGB had laced these little bugs, right? So I don't know if they then again tore it down, or what happened, what they did as a countermeasure anyway. I like this stuff. It's better than Red Bull in my opinion, and better than Rockstar, and yeah, it had a good taste, and I don't know, the ingredients are much the same, but it's got a nice taste, and it seemed to be a good substitute for coffee one morning when I could ill afford coffee. But anyway, in this abandoned lot, I was known to once in a while relieve myself in, late at night. They left a little electrical initiator, Well, I mean, something that could be used, a little switch, and battery pack. Anyway, and it had a LED, red LED, and this could be used for electrical initiation of a firecracker or what have you. They wanted me to to have that on my, right. I just like to, I'm interested in mechanisms and things, because at the age of 7, the CIA, well, anyway, they showed me, while I was on a high dose of LSD, they showed me this rapid fire series of all these different industrial mechanisms, from all around the world, all these different factories, all this stuff, just wrap it in thousands of different mechanisms, and in the hopes that they can create a little engineer or yeah, anyway, and then so subsequently I did I wasn't involved in the creation of clandestine technology for
My mother had a vision, and she tried to warn me. I'm gonna stop mining this vein.